This conference will now be recorded.
Yeah, so let's start. Hello, everyone. Myself, Vishnu. So, I'll be your course instructor for this course, which is Chaos Engineering. And we will today be understanding some, like it's more sort of an introductory demo session on what we will be learning from the course, what you can expect from the course, and what is the main important thing that what's chaos engineering all about. Okay, because there are already a lot of traditional testing practices available in the market. So why we need one more testing practice, okay, or why there is one more engineering practice, and what's the value it's adding to the client? So these questions we will try to answer. So let me share my screen, and let's first understand the course a bit, the prerequisites and all, so how it will be. So if we understand the course is divided into four modules mainly, which is module 1, module 2, 3, and 4. Okay. So these materials which I am showing all will be shared with you all. So later on you will be able to access all this. Yeah. So let's now first try to understand, basically this course is for whom. Okay. So this chaos engineering subject is mainly for those who are planning to pursue the role of a SRE, or even like an add-on. So basically, chaos engineering works like in two, three ways. Okay. So first is you can use it like an add-on. So add-on is like you, let's say you are a performance engineer already, or let's say you are an automation tester, or let's say you are a DevOps engineer. So chaos engineering will help you like an add-on. So a performance engineer can easily do a chaos engineering activity with his job. Okay, and it becomes like a plum on the cake. So if, like, let's say you are applying for an interview, and your resume has to get shortlisted. So performance engineers, there are many, but a performance engineer with chaos engineering, right? So that's an add-on, right, which you provide your client an option with, with the same amount of capability or role, you can handle both. So that's where the main importance of chaos engineering comes into picture. Okay, the other one is obviously when you are pursuing your journey as an SRE. Okay, so for your SRE role also, chaos engineering plays a vital role now, because we need to understand how your system behaves under different noises, we call it, or chaos. So that is a main role of an SRE, because we all know the cloud systems are growing, and due to that, a specific role called SRE has been now boom in the market. So now to become an SRE, there are some important fundamentals which they should know. So if you divide into two things, one is the fundamentals regarding the infrastructure. So basically the what cloud is using, what type of services, and all those stuff. And the other fundamental is chaos engineering. So he needs to know very well about chaos engineering and how the chaos tools works, and how to, we can say, how to inject chaos into a system knowingly to uncover potential issues. Okay, so that's what basically in this whole course we will be learning. So if you speak about the things which we learn, right, let me open one board for you. Yeah, so let's try to understand. Okay, first of all, the course is about chaos engineering. So we will be extensively understanding what is chaos engineering, where is it applied, what are the limitations, what are the principles in chaos engineering which we need to be, which we need to understand. Then how to plan your chaos engineering experiments. So generally in chaos, we will not be using the word testing. Okay, rather than testing, we use the word experiments. Experiments. Okay, so how do we plan your experiments, the chaos experiments, how you create your NFRs and all those stuff? Because chaos engineering is such a new field, even you won't find lot of materials online. Okay, so there's no one to help you out. So only the people who have already worked on chaos engineering can help you out to understand these things, how planning happens, how NFRs are created, how does it look, what all things we need to put in the experiment or chaos plan or chaos strategy, okay, document. So those things we will be seeing. Okay, and the next is, now if you take any domain or any engineering activity, there will be tools, right, which help or which will make your life simpler with respect to that their fundamentals or what you are testing. So the tools which we are going to see are mainly Gremlin and something called Litmus Chaos. It's called Litmus Chaos. Now, what these tools, why these tools we have chosen for this course is because first is Gremlin is a leading player in the market for chaos engineering due to two things. One is it's a paid tool, and the support which Gremlin gives, no other chaos tool gives, because obviously it's a paid tool. So it's the only paid tool in the market for chaos engineering nowadays. The others are pay per go and all, but if you see like a standalone for chaos engineering one tool, it's Gremlin leading in the market. Okay, and that's why many organization, even bigger projects, are applying Gremlin into their system or project. Now we know Gremlin, and now let's say I know how to set up Gremlin, how to run experiments in Gremlin and all. Okay, but let's say my project is not that much on budget, so like they can't spend a lot on chaos engineering, but they want to do it. So in those situations, we need one tool which is open source, and that tool is Litmus Chaos. So we can use Litmus Chaos. It's an open source tool. There is no payment required, and but though there are some limitations when compared to Gremlin, Litmus Chaos has a lot of limitations because yeah, it's a paid tool versus non-paid, right? So there will be some limitations, but ultimately Litmus Chaos is like if you compare with other open source tools, it's far more better. Okay, we can say it's among the better tools. So if you compare the tools in the market, Chaos Toolkit and Litmus Chaos are the leading from the open source market. Okay, so we will be seeing all those like tool comparisons, why we chose these two for the course, the reasons, what are the limitations, everything we'll speak in this course. We'll try to understand in detail what are these tools as we progress. Now that is regarding the tool execution and all. Now you need to monitor it also, right? So you are running some experiment, without monitoring it you cannot, or without collecting the data you cannot come into a conclusion what you are looking into, right? So for monitoring we will have two tools, Grafana, which we will be integrating using InfluxDB and Prometheus. So in the process of this, you will learn Grafana also, and how the Prometheus and InfluxDB insert data into Grafana. So how the Grafana you can use to monitor your chaos experiments, we will be seeing that. Okay. Now and also now you know, right? Like if you see in the market, any experiment or anything what you're doing requires CI/CD. So without CI/CD, the process is incomplete. So we will be seeing that also, how to automate your chaos experiments using CI/CD, and in that process we will learn the tool Jenkins. Okay, so if you put it in a nutshell, the tools which we will learn in this course is, one is Gremlin very extensively. We will understand what's Litmus Chaos, what's Gremlin. We will understand what's Grafana, Jenkins, Prometheus, how do they work, and all this is happening like we will be demoing or we'll be doing the experiments on a Kubernetes based application. Okay, slash Docker roles. So we will be running it on a Kubernetes based application. So in this process you will learn basics regarding Kubernetes, Dockers, how to debug Kubernetes, how to understand the logs of Kubernetes, how to go inside the pods, how to find out potential issues, and also some more concepts like liveness probe, readiness probes, their effects on and what's auto scaling, how the scaling horizontal, vertical. So we'll try to understand all those concepts related to Kubernetes. And the cloud which we will be using will be AWS. Okay, so free trial account we can create in AWS. Everyone can do that, and we will be doing hands-on on AWS. All the stuff what we are doing. Okay, and even Gremlin, what I will be doing is I will be giving you an enterprise license which I have access for around 1 or 2 months. where you can play around with the enterprise license to learn the tool. Okay, so yeah, any questions anyone till now?
Yeah, so for Kubernetes, we will be using the managed service in order to do the experiments.
Sorry, Lovely, actually your voice was low. Can you speak little loud? Yeah,
Is it better now?
yeah, it's better now.
Okay, so what I was asking is, while we will be doing the experiments using Gremlin or suppose Litmus Chaos, so
Yeah.
in terms of Kubernetes, we will be using the managed Kubernetes service or we will be using the self-managed clusters.
No, so basically both we will be seeing. So one I will be but the AKS or the EKS we call it, that I will be showing only how to do it. And after we create the AKS, what we'll be doing, the deploying the application, we will be doing on the generic Kubernetes, that I will be showing you, like how we set up the Kubernetes cluster, what are the different components inside. Because when we understand the fundamentals, it becomes easy. The managed Kubernetes is very easy. Okay, easy means like you will not learn any Kubernetes fundamentals there. So to understand the Kubernetes fundamentals, it's always good to understand generic Kubernetes rather than using any mini cube or any pre-built Kubernetes clusters. So that we will be doing. Though we will be understanding that also. Like we
Okay,
will be going through the case.
and in either we experiment on self-managed or with any cloud-managed cluster, it will be same, right?
Yeah, it will be same. There is no difference, and only the setup of like for example, until your Kubernetes set up, so only that will be the change. Everything after that will be same. Like all are clusters only, right? So everything will be same. Ultimately, it all works on kubectl and kubeadm and kubelets.
Okay, when we will be done with this training, so what we will be left with? What else so we would be left with to learn more about chaos engineering?
Left with means like you want to know what
The
we will have to
things,
learn after this.
yeah, what things we are not covering under this course.
Okay. So yeah, so see now chaos engineering is also a testing domain. So let's say we are learning two tools here, Gremlin and Litmus Chaos. But your organization might say some other tool also because we don't know, right? Like based on your client, they might say Chaos Mesh or they might say Chaos Blade. So what based on even Powerful Seal is there, even Fault Injection Simulator is there, AWS. So there are a lot of tools others also. So that might be a risk. Like risk means like if they ask you to set up a different tool. But after this course, what I can guarantee is you can easily correlate the tools how it is done. That means like you can easily, like for example, if you know one tool, it will be easy for you to grasp the other tools by configuring it, or because you know already the fundamentals. Okay, just the tool is a change which you can easily adopt.
Okay, and the tools that you chose in terms of open source and the paid one. So will we
Yeah.
be able to convince someone like these tools are better than the other ones in order in terms of
Exactly,
comparison?
exactly. Yeah. We have an extensive session on that where we had discussed all the tools in the market and what's the reason why we have come down to these two tools. And if I say, if there is a tie between two tools, that is Litmus Chaos and Chaos Toolkit. So basically, in this course, we cannot cover a lot of tools. So I'm not keeping three tools. So I kept two tools. But if these two tools will be more than enough. Okay, it will cover because why, especially why these two tools, the main reason behind that is this covers most of the infrastructure which is there in the market, 99%. Okay, so that's the main reason, major reason why we chose these two tools. So if your client says if you want to apply chaos engineering, you can easily call out, we can apply Litmus Chaos, which is an open source tool, and it is easily applicable to Kubernetes, monolithic systems, if you take any bare metal systems, mainframes, anywhere. Okay, so that's the thing.
Okay, so once we are done with the course and like we keep on doing the hands-on and all,
Mhm.
so will we
Yeah.
be confident enough in order to apply the changes immediately?
You can. So what I suggest to everyone is whenever as the course is going on, as soon as my sessions are done, or if you are able to do it with me itself. But yeah, maybe my pace, you might not be able to match. So what you can do is you can do after the sessions. So once you are done with this session, so see, there are from my previous batch experience I'm speaking about. So students have called out these, okay, like for example Kubernetes. So they, it's an eye opener for many, okay, because Kubernetes, though you search online, though you have a lot of materials, it might speak lot of high level concepts, okay, but from my experience as a tester, what you require, that I will give you, okay, like an essence. So it becomes more sort of like you will get the creamy layer, you don't need the whole milk, okay. So that you will understand from this course, that and it will feel like an eye opener, okay. Oh, the Kubernetes was so easy concept, or microservices was so easy concept. This chaos engineering, though the name is so complicated, it's such an easy concept. So that feel you will have after this course, that I can guarantee.
Okay, and in case we want to learn few more tools, those exist in the market. So do you provide sessions on that as well?
Like basically, this is the only course I provide. So if some other tools you want to practice, you can always do a POC, and always you can contact me through WhatsApp, and I can help you in whichever way possible. But as a course, I'm not giving. I'm giving only this course, which is chaos engineering, and covering these two tools.
Okay, one last question. If somebody is using Azure as well, so this course will be similarly helpful like it
All.
is for
See,
AWS.
there's no cloud limitation. AWS, Google Cloud, Azure, any cloud you use, the steps which we use for the configuration remain same. Only thing is, see, so it's basically like your application is already deployed, let's say. Okay. Anyways, you are not going to deploy the application and then deploy Gremlin, because it's already there. You are going to test an application which is already there. Let's say. Okay, in those situations, whatever configuration you are doing will be the same what we are doing, irrespective of whatever cloud you are on, okay, because the things which are used to create the Kubernetes remain same, the commands, the kubectl and all those commands, irrespective of the cloud.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey Vishnu, Sri here.
Yeah, hi Sri.
So, hi. How do you see the demand for chaos engineers? Because there are so many people with DevOps, with SRE, and performance engineering
Yeah.
and capacity
So see,
planning team. Right?
yeah, let me
Yeah.
explain you that like this, okay. So see, let's say you are a performance engineer, let's say you are an SRE, let's say you are a DevOps engineer, let's say you are some other tester, okay. Now, all of them, when they, let's say they are applying for any specific, uh, for their specific role, okay. Now, everyone is applying for SRE, everyone is applying for DevOps, tester, performance engineering. So now, what happens, right? I have seen this with my real, and even I am doing it, okay. When I take interviews and all, I am looking specifically for extra roles which they are playing. Like nowadays it's not that you do only SRE, you do only DevOps, you only do only testing for performance, okay. It's like people are looking for multiple roles for a same person. It's mainly cost cutting also in a point of way, okay. So performance, especially performance engineers, right, what people are looking is for chaos engineering. Because why chaos engineering they are looking with performance engineering is, it is more sort of very close with, like it's like a non-functional testing, okay. Chaos engineering is also, and performance engineers are very good, assumption is that they're very good at the infrastructure tuning. So chaos engineering is also more on the infrastructure side. So they look for this this expertise also in a performance engineer, to when they are looking for. Now it's more sort of like there are like 10 people, let's say they are applying for a post. Now if you are a performance engineer, there are 10 people, how will you cut down that competition, right? By chaos engineering. That is a very sharp sword which you can use in your resume, and it will make your resume very strong. Even I am applying it whenever I am shortlisting the candidates nowadays for performance. What I generally do is I will look for such extra domains which they would have worked on, okay. That is one thing. Even SRE also same thing, DevOps also same thing, tester also same thing. And if you say chaos engineering as a separate role, it's not that much, okay. So for example, if you see chaos engineering as a separate role, it's not that much. And the, if you say when it would happen, it would happen in next 2 to 3 years, okay, as a separate role. Because chaos engineering is now in grasp, like taking the grasp in the market. So soon there will be a situation like SRE, chaos engineering will be the mainstream testing domain. Okay. Yeah, so that's about the demand I will call out. Okay, how it is.
Okay. Thank you. And can we integrate these experiments with the CI/CD pipelines?
Very easily, that I will be showing you. So that's
Okay.
what I'm saying. So ultimately it's not about only the gremlin or litmus chaos you learn, but if there are some people who are new to Jenkins, who are new to Grafana, who are new to Kubernetes, for them also this course will help a lot. Okay, because they will learn a lot of things related to that, because unless you don't learn that, chaos engineering you cannot do. Okay, that's a fundamental prerequisite which you need to know. So that we will be surely covering in this course. Yeah.
Uh, did you see any financial institution clients who are experimenting with chaos?
Currently, I am supporting two teams. One is a retail, one is a finance client, and they are into investment banking. Yes, they are applying Chaos, okay, but they are applying a paid tool, not a free tool, okay.
Right. Okay.
We are
I
applying
heard
Gremlin.
some.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. There is
Yes.
another tool
Yes.
called SteadyBit also.
Yeah, there is. There are a lot of tools like because
Mhm.
it's being created. But the if you see the chaos engineering very much as a timeline, no, it is just 5 years, okay, max. The we can say the
2016.
maturity, okay. So
Right.
if you see 5 years, and if you have a tool which is 1 year, how can we say that that tool which we are using is reliable, right? We are doing a reliability testing, but how will you make sure the tool which we are using to test is reliable? Right? So that's why people prefer Gremlin, because it's a paid one and they have accountability. Okay. So that's the main reason why the people who have money to shell out, they go for Gremlin. But yeah, open source, then you have to be very careful which tool you choose. And we have carefully chosen Litmus Chaos from my experience. Okay. And it's a good tool.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Uh, Hey, hi Vamsi, this is Chaitanya.
Yeah. Chaitanya. Right.
Yeah, so as a performance engineer, we do different kinds of testing, right? Load, stress,
Yes.
endurance, to identify the
Correct.
performance issues. So how this is different from load or stress? And let's say if I want to convince my management to do a chaos engineering,
Mm-hmm.
so my management
Yeah.
says, okay, we are already doing a load and stress or endurance testing. Why? What is the significance of this chaos engineering? So I just want to understand how it is different from regular load or stress or endurance testing.
Okay. So say let's say now this performance engineering revolves around two words, okay? Load and stability, right? If
Yes.
anyone knows that we revolve around these two words. Now, if in the same way I want to put chaos engineering, then we revolve around recovery and user experience. Okay, so that's the major difference between chaos engineering and performance. So
Okay.
here we are more worried about how fast your system will recover from a failure. So now, are you able to correlate this recovery word with other testing, like for example, disaster, like
Disaster
let's say
recovery
failover
testing.
test. Yeah, let's
Yeah,
say
payload.
failover testing. Okay, is failover testing and chaos same? What do you think?
I think I can
Failure,
say it's
failure is a
yeah.
part
It's
of
not same,
chaos
right?
testing.
So see, now in failover, there comes a keyword called withstand. So there, what we are worried about is if there is some noise, okay, which is coming, is your application able to withstand that noise? But in chaos, we are not worried about withstand. We are worried about recovery. So here, what we are worried about is okay, let your application fail. So when it has failed, how fast it will come back to the normal state? That is one thing. Second thing is when that failure is occurring, what my user will experience? How can I improve that? So these are the two major things which we take care in chaos. So if you try to compare with performance, now it's very simple for you to understand. Okay, these are the two major keywords which are
Okay.
related to chaos. Now, this will be seeing very deeply when we go in the next sessions to understand what really chaos is all about. But since you put this question in simple words, this is the answer to that.
Sure. Yeah. Thanks, Vishnu.
Yeah.
Hey Vishnu, this is Sundar.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi. Vishnu, I mean, this chaos engineering only applied on top of the DevOps and SRE or on any kind of technology.
Any. Okay, so see, chaos engineering, if you see the history, okay, how the chaos engineering grew, it mainly happened due to cloud. Okay. So, like for example, Netflix was the first people who went on to AWS. Okay. So they only created one tool called Chaos Monkey. You would have heard a lot. If you are following Chaos, Chaos Monkey was the first tool, okay, to come in the market, which was created by Netflix. So now what they did know, they put this Chaos Monkey into GitHub. And from that time, chaos engineering became a mainstream testing. Okay. Like everyone started applying chaos engineering because the tool became free to everyone. Now, as I said, so starting, if you see, it is cloud. So chaos engineering, if you see the effectiveness, it is very effective for cloud and specifically distributed systems. Okay. Now, if you see the monolithic systems, there is not much you can do. So if I, let's say, put a number, if this is 100, then monolithic systems will be like, let's say, around 50 to 70. So chaos engineering will be better or efficient for cloud and distributed systems. For monolithic systems, it will be somewhere around 50 to 70. Means like if you can run 100 experiments in cloud and this type of systems, in monolithic systems you can run only 50 experiments.
Okay.
Yeah.
So actually, I'm into the kind of system support. So
Okay.
can I learn this chaos engineering?
So yeah. So what you can do, no? So are you looking for swapping your domain into testing?
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's what you are saying, right? You want to
Yeah.
get into QA.
Yeah.
Or are you looking for specifically an SRE role?
Not like that, but actually, I'm new to these DevOps or SRE, whatever the things. Okay, QS
Okay.
also but I'm onto the system support. Like I'm
Okay.
managing the infrastructure and managing the end user support.
Okay.
That is
Okay.
the
So
role
that
I'm
then for
currently managing.
okay, then for you, this course will be very useful because since you're already handling the infra, okay, so these things will
Mm,
help you a lot to find issues in your infra, and it will
mm.
add like I can say, an add-on to your domain, okay, so that you know
Okay.
chaos engineering and you can apply it to your project also. So it will
Hmm.
be like a value addition which you do, or an innovative concept which you're applying in your
Okay.
organization. It will be very helpful. Okay, that's what I'll say. Or even switching your job also, it might be helpful.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Vishnu.
Yeah, yeah.
Hi
Any other
Vishnu, this is
questions?
Genia.
Yeah, hi.
Hello. So I have heard there is a certificate for Gremlin as well. So will you
Yes, yeah,
help us with
yes.
that also?
Yeah, thank you for reminding, Jinya. So after all this we learn, we will be completing that certificate. We will be completing the Gremlin certification also. So after that, you will be certified chaos engineer. Okay. So that when we are solving that certificate, though I will be there online, like we will be doing it like a on live session, solving that certificate. But what I will say is you will not need my help to do that certification after this course, because whatever is there in that certification, surely we'll be covering everything. You'll feel like it's a piece of cake once you finish this course. But obviously I'll be sitting with you when that certification you are doing. We'll solve it online, everyone. So there's it's like, yeah. So you will be completing that certification also after this course, and you get one another certificate also from Isha, that is different. Okay, this is from Gremlin, specifically from Gremlin team. And what I will say is, don't wait for long, because as days are going, I am seeing the certification is becoming harder. Okay, so I will say is, finish this certification. Don't wait for maybe next year, or like don't wait for until it comes into mainstream chaos. Okay, so start your journey now itself. It will become like a head start for most of you. Okay, because in the market, if you will get a head start compared to others.
Okay. Other than Gremlin, do we have any other certification for chaos engineering?
Gremlin is the only main certification currently available for chaos engineering. So that we will be doing. Yes. Other tools are like just tools. There is no certification as such.
I think we can get the bill also for the paid, right? For the certification amount, we can get reimbursed in the organization. So
Yeah.
do
So
we
and
get the
again,
bill
yeah. Sorry, I point left to point out that it's free. Okay, there's no money required.
for
Okay.
Gremlin certification?
Yes, it's free. Okay, so there's no reimbursement and all required. It's a free
Okay.
certification. We all can do. Okay.
No, you said one certification from Isha and the one from Gremlin. Both are
Correct.
free.
Both.
Oh,
Isha, you will get after you enroll this course.
okay.
Gremlin certificate we will be doing in this course as a
Okay.
session. Okay, and it's
And the
If
free.
it is
Okay.
a
course fee
MC, it
details
is
and all.
I got two questions. Well, so
I'm
I
asking
didn't get.
about the course fee details.
Oh, okay. So that I you can contact Kumar and team. They will be guiding you.
Okay, and the duration of the course?
It will be around like we will be completing around in 20 hours, maybe little plus because based on the queries. Okay, if I get more queries from the audience, it might go little more than 20. But yeah, 20 hours is a planned one.
Weekdays also, right?
No weekends for now. I don't generally prefer weekends, but only working days. And if at all, if someone is okay, like there is a long weekend or like we have a weekend which everyone is agreeing with, maybe we can take two sessions. I meant 1 or 2 hours on Saturdays. But that too, if everyone is okay. It's not that okay. If one, I will suddenly plan. No, it will be a long plan which we will make.
Okay, sounds good.
this
Yeah.
certification is having only MCQ questions.
Yeah, it's like an MCQ, but the questions will be like more sort of what you learn in this course. Okay, was principles, basics, and all. Even there will be some case study based questions. So that you for that you need to know how the experiments are run in Gremlin and all. And just to show you, even one thing you will get. So whenever you go for Gremlin, no, you will get only a free trial account when you're trying to create a Gremlin account, it will be a free trial account. Okay, so free trial account has lot of limitations. Uh, there is something called attacks in chaos engineering. Okay, so basically a type of test we can call. So the type of attacks which you can do in free trial is limited. Okay, one or two. But in this course, what I will do for you is I will be giving you the enterprise license directly. Okay, I will be giving you access to the Gremlin enterprise license, which is we have a pro license, you can see. Okay, so I will be giving access to all of you for around 2 months. I will give you. Generally I don't delete any member unless I require, because there is a limitation for how many team members I can add. So many batches I have taken, so if it crosses some number of users, I might delete, but one or around 2 months you will have it. Okay, the access. So in that 2 months you can play around with it. You can get used to all the paid part of Gremlin. Okay, maybe some POC also you can do using this. So
If
that
you
is
also want
again
to get this,
sorry.
if you also want to get that pro account for our own,
Yeah,
other
it's
than
very
the one that you
costly.
will pro.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it will be very
How much
costly
it is?
for you. That is actually it is very much customized to the users. So for me, I'm already in the Gremlin community. So when like a beta tester. So before any Gremlin tool is released into production, we do like a community testing before that. So that's why I get at a discounted price, which I cannot call out now
Hmm.
because it's a discounted price. But yeah, it will be costly for you if you try it. But as an organization, it will be easy. It will not be that costly, but as an individual it will be costly
Hmm.
because it's based on the targets. Okay, it's based on the targets. So for example, here we have a target limitation of 50 targets. Okay, the plan you can see, or 30. Okay, 30 targets. Okay, so based on the targets, if you have 100 targets, the price will increase. One target price will come down. Okay, so based on the targets, I will explain you what are these targets, what are these things, and how you configure everything. Okay, yeah, go ahead. Some question I got in between, sorry, I had to continue. Go ahead. ahead.
So
One
how about
doubt,
the job market?
Vishnu.
Yeah, 1 minute. Okay. So yeah, go ahead. You had a doubt?
Yeah, I'll speak first. I have a doubt, like
Yeah, Jillian.
being a
Yeah.
performance engineer, I am completely not aware about what is Kubernetes, Docker. I've just used LoadRunner and Jmeter. So,
Mm-hmm.
will you be teaching us from the basic, like what is Kubernetes, how to use that, and how to use Kubernetes to
Mm-hmm.
run chaos tests?
Mhm. So basically, when we will be going into the Kubernetes section, right, we will be learning what's a control plane, what's a Kubernetes, Docker, kubelet, kube proxy, what are these probes, how to write a YAML file, what are deployments,
Okay.
what are services. So basically, we'll be covering everything. Okay, in a
Okay.
nutshell. Yeah. So you will be able to write a deployment file. That I can agree. Okay, that I can guarantee. So like a YAML file, you can deploy pods into Kubernetes cluster. Okay, that much you will be learning surely.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Um, Hi, Vishnesh.
Hi, Helia.
Yeah. Do you use any performance like tools with Chaos? Are we
Yeah,
using any?
we will be using Jmeter. Okay, so Jmeter, we have one small session on how to integrate Gremlin with Jmeter. So that time we will be seeing how to use Jmeter, a basic way. Okay, I will not be going very deep because it's not a performance testing
Okay.
course, but in a small basic way, how to integrate Gremlin and Jmeter together and run a test, run a performance test.
Okay. And as for the CI/CD pipelines, you just using Jenkins, or are we gonna use GitLab as well?
No, we will be using only Jenkins. GitHub, I can show you how we can integrate GitHub.
GitLab.
Uh,
GitLab.
Yeah, yeah. But just I will show you because I cannot. Maybe I will not be setting it up fully because again I have to restrict myself based on the course scope. But yeah, I can. I will be showing you quickly like how we can do. What are the steps? It will be different from Git and Jenkins. If it's through Git.
Okay. And as for
And I will be when we'll be learning Jenkins, right? To call out what you will learn specifically, there is one is Jenkins tool you will learn. Next is pipeline scripting. Okay. So when you are using Jenkins, you will be learning, you will be having something called pipeline scripts. So where you are
okay.
creating, so that you will learn, okay, how to write a pipeline script.
Okay. And as
And
for
these are
the
the
actual
basic things.
Chaos tools,
Hmm.
are you gonna
Yes.
touch FIS? I mean, AWS fees at all?
No, because I don't think I will have a time for that, including all this stuff, other things. But I can note it down if time constraints are not there. If I get some extra time at the end, maybe I
Mm-hmm.
will plan a small session.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. But I will be sharing you a lot of good materials
Okay.
related to not only what we take but also from what I generally use in my day-to-day life and also day-to-day work, and what I come through in the community because I am actively into different communities, so I keep getting some good materials, even jobs also. So I will be
Okay.
keep sharing those in the groups. Okay, so that will be useful for you all. Even what I do generally is I generally like every before the weekend. It's for only people who are like not. It's not a like some compulsory thing, but I give some assignment sort of thing so that you get a hands-on sort of thing for you, like a questionnaire for interview. Also, it will be useful. So that I generally do before you get into weekend. So if anyone is interested, they can solve that assignment to get a feel and an understanding of what we learned in that week. So yeah,
Vishnu, do we need to learn all the I mean, like Kubernetes or Docker and Jenkins for the chaos engineering, or I mean, do
yeah.
we need
So
to full
so
exposure onto those tools?
yeah, so there is no expertise required. So what I'm saying is, whatever is taken in this course is required. Okay, you don't need to go like I will not be giving you any other material. Okay, go and read this and come back. No, whatever is there in
Okay.
the course you will require uh, for this course. Like I meant, there is nothing that we will be. I will be doing. Okay, this is a Java material. Learn the Java code and come back. No, whatever is there, I will be teaching you. So prerequisite wise, what I expect from all of you is mainly a little bit of testing mentality. Okay, so how a tester mentality works. Okay, so that mentality will help. But other things, You can come like a blank slate, not a problem. Everything is being covered. Yeah.
Okay. And last question, how about the job market for this chaos engineering?
It's a huge market opening, especially with the advent of AI. Okay, what I see the vision is maybe 1 or 2 years down the line, SRE role and chaos engineering role will boom because the AIs are coming into market, and the AI machines or machine learning algorithms are so chaotic in nature that you will need chaos engineering for those. And especially nowadays everything is on cloud and things are becoming so fast, like people are cutting down the cost, they want to go to agile, so things are very chaotic. Okay, so in this situation without chaos engineering, no product can go live. Okay, there will be situation like that.
Okay.
Will you touch
Okay.
any like
Thank you.
resiliency tests and all that?
Sorry, Hilia, can you repeat?
Like resiliency at all?
Yeah,
Like
same.
test?
Okay, these are same. Reliability, resiliency. Actually, these terms were used when it was a very primitive. Okay, now it is like in a mainstream. So chaos engineering is all that put in a one group. Okay.
Okay.
Any other questions or yeah. Okay. So
Hey Vishnu,
mm, yeah, go ahead, Nilima.
hi. Litmus, you talked about Litmus, right?
Yeah.
There is a certification for Litmus as well. Are you going to help us with that as well?
Let me see. But as again, like I said, based on the timings, what I have planned, already we are covering things. So if time constraints are not there, I can plan that, or else I can help you with some other way. Okay, like not through maybe sessions, but when you are doing it, if you get stuck in some question or something, I can help you out. So that way,
Okay.
yeah,
Vishnu, coming to the interview point of view, so will they
yeah.
ask the questions on the all the tools like an Kubernetes or an
No, no,
I mean
no,
like a
no.
Docker?
Yeah. Yeah, so
Mm.
that's a very good question, Sindar, because what happens, no, there are a lot of tools in the market, and if they ask from any tool, it's not at all possible for anyone. And also, this is like a new domain. It's not a performance testing where people are working for 10, 15 years. No, it's like maximum you will find 2, 3 years. Okay, that's the experience range you will find for chaos engineers. So mainly it will be on the tools which you mention in your resume. Okay, so for example, if you mention Gremlin, or if you mention Litmus Chaos, they will ask questions from that. And also, it will be like the questions will be revolving around the fundamentals rather than tools. Okay, so basically, the type of experiments you have done, what you have done, your experiences. That's what they will ask you to share. So for example, you run a liveness probe experiment. So from the liveness probe experiment, what you found the issue in the Kubernetes cluster, and how did you fix it? So some cases like that. Okay.
So right, in India, all the people, I mean, like when we are putting the choice chaos engineering along with the some of the tools, and they'll, I mean, more exposure onto those tools, so which they are
Hmm.
already supporting into the DevOps or SRE.
Yeah, yeah. So no, you can clearly call out. Okay, I didn't work on this tool, so I'm not sure how it is done, but I worked on this tool. You can ask any question from that. Yeah,
Okay, got it. Thank you. Thank
yeah.
you.
Because ultimately, see, someone is trained in Jmeter, and if they ask question in neoload, it doesn't make sense. Okay, so yeah, we cannot help there in that situation. Yes.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Vishnu.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you. Any other questions? Mahalakshmi, Prasanna,
Vishnu,
uh, yeah, Nilima.
uh, in interviews, they're going to ask, like, how you going to recover from that state as well? Are you going to show that in this
Yeah, so basically what
course?
I will do, no, we will be doing experiments, we will be seeing the result, how to debug things and all, and I will be giving you some cases which I have observed, okay, in my experience. So that you can easily call out as if you have observed, okay, in interviews also. So for example, because those are like very
Yeah.
common issues which we, yeah, which we see in the applications, okay. So that those, like if they say okay, like explain some challenges which you have faced when
Uh,
you perform chaos, so that you can easily call out those things which I say. Okay.
yeah, for performance engineers, that is, they'll go up to that extent, but for DevOps or SRE, they're gonna ask how you
No, they will not.
recovered
They
from
will
that
not.
state.
Yes, correct. So they will not
Okay,
ask. See, basically, these two will be asked like a separate entity. Okay, they will not try to merge both, because even chaos engineering people who ask questions, okay, like maybe it will be rare. Like those people have good experience in that. So they will be also asking some bookish
okay,
questions only. Okay, ultimately, but uh, there would be people who are who are really doing chaos engineering. If they ask the questions, surely they will know. But
yeah,
again, they will not be like an expert question. Which they will ask you, because ultimately this domain is a very new domain. So they also expect, okay, the person basically he needs to know how an experiment is run, what are the basics of chaos engineering, principles of chaos engineering, how to create a chaos test plan, how to read the NFR. If these things you know at all, they will feel okay, you are an expert. Okay. So yes.
So we will be
okay,
covering.
okay.
So we will
Yeah,
be
lovely.
covering the real life scenarios that are
Yes, yes.
part of
Obviously.
the case engineer job, right?
Yes, yes. Because we have some 5 or 6 scenarios which we do in every project. Every project means like if you pick up chaos engineering, these 5 to 6 scenarios are there, which you start in any project. Like if you get any project, like for example, it's like a performance testing, you have load test, stress test, right? Similarly, in chaos engineering also, there are some type of experiments which you like, it's like a standard, okay, you will do. So that we will be seeing, and you can easily apply in your projects also, because those will uncover a lot of potential issues in your infrastructure.
And those 5 6 scenario cannot be covered with other types of testing easily.
No, we cannot. I will say we cannot. Okay, because
Okay.
that's why we have this. But as I said, see, chaos engineering. Now, what all scenarios I'm showing you, it's not that you cannot create it with other tool. We can, not only Gremlin. Okay, but not through any other testing. Like for example, not through
Yeah,
Jmeter, or like for example, now let's say,
understood.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Because now let's say CPU utilization, if I am running an attack of 100%, I can use Jmeter also to make the CPU 100%, right? But both the things are different. Here we are using a different way, there we are using a different way, right? The objectives are different.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. Yes. Okay, so anyways, I'm not going through the website. You can go through those links and all. Basically, what all we are covering, we have already seen till now. And if at all, if I missed anything, let me. Yeah, yeah, that's yes, that's all we will be covering mainly. And AWS, yeah. So you might have to create one free trial account in AWS, which I will be showing you how to create. So you can use those AWS credits for this course. It will be, I think, it will be there for 1 month. So in that, because you will learn AWS also in that process. If someone is new to AWS, so better to create one account. It's a free, so only ₹2 you have to pay, uh, and it will be there for 1 month. Okay, I will show you how to create that also. So that will be the prerequisite, I can say, one AWS free trial account. Gremlin, I will be giving you access anyways. And if I say any other prerequisites, yeah, so that's it. That's only because everything what we do is on cloud. So there's no tool, or Gremlin also is on cloud. So there's no installation and all required on your own machine. It's all on the cloud. So yeah. So yeah, any other questions, anyone? Or else what I will do is we'll be stopping for today, because the session I will start from tomorrow on chaos engineering introduction, and some basic experiment in Gremlin. Okay, so how we do that?
Hi Vishnu, one
So if I
question from my side.
yeah, Link, yeah, Lincoln, yeah.
So we can say that like case engineering will be part of the SRE.
Yes, yes, it is. And only thing is, if with only chaos engineering, you cannot become an SRE. Chaos engineering with, let's say, you are doing it for 5 years or 6 years, okay? I meant like automatically you will learn your infrastructure, services, everything. Then you can easily become SRE. Otherwise, what you have to do is after chaos engineering, you will have to learn any cloud, very like do some solutions architect certification or something. Then you can easily become SRE with that certification and chaos engineering.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Yeah. Yes. So what I will say is, if your goal is to pursue SRE, chaos engineering is must. Okay, but it's not the only thing required. That is there. You need little more also. Okay.
Okay.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
currently what I got from your briefing is chaos engineering is just an add-on which can be you know uh, used by any of the respective domains like DevOps, SRE, or performance testing or QA.
Hmm. Yeah. So just to remove that word, just no, I will give one case. Okay. My one of my friends, when I switched my firm, he was working as a junior initially. So he also came to my firm, which I'm currently working. So basically, he got a two times hike. Okay, due to only that word chaos engineering. So that's that important add-on. Okay, it's not a only add-on, because what happened was our organization was just starting to apply chaos engineering, and we needed some performance engineers who are good at chaos engineering also. Okay, so anyways, he was good at that. He was already implementing Gremlin in his organization. He was using it, and that proved, obviously he was good at performance engineering also. Okay, but yeah, so but the main factor which we chose him was based on chaos.
Okay. The classes
Yeah,
will be of 1 hour every day.
yeah, it will be 1 hour. Maybe sometimes it might go to 1.5. That I will call out little before, like 1 day before or 2 day before, because some Kubernetes concepts and all require little bit of continuity. So max it will go to 1.5 hour.
And all around 20 sessions, that is 4 weeks.
Correct, 20. We might finish early also. Like if most of the audience want to complete it little early, what we can do is we can keep some Saturday sessions if all are okay. Otherwise, no. Even if anyone is having some plan, we will not do that.
Okay, and if everybody wants it to be completed in 2 weeks or 2 weekends, then also you will do.
See, again, it's not that straightforward, because if I am not willing, maybe sometimes, okay, because because it's already like just 2 days we get, okay, so but yeah, obviously we can plan, not a problem. Only Saturdays, Sunday I will not, that is sure. Just trying
Sure.
to maintain the work life balance. Otherwise, it will
Mm.
our life will become chaotic. Okay, so yeah, any other questions, anyone?
Mm, Vishnu,
Yeah,
Okay.
and let's make the
one last
sessions
question.
interactive. I
Uh,
like to be having a very interactive session. Be free to call out any stupid queries also, okay? Because query is query. There's no stupid or idiot queries, okay? So be feel free. Everyone is learning here, so just feel free. Speak like we are in maybe like a friend circle, okay? So call out your queries. We will discuss. If at all some new queries come up, maybe some really genius people are in this group, okay, so they might put very good queries to us, so we can have a good challenge in front of us. Yeah, Nilima, go ahead.
how this chaos engineering will help DevOps or DevSecOps engineer? How we can show that we are capable of, like in resumes or something like that. You
Hmm.
understand my question, right?
So you need to point that we will discuss in detail how, what is the return on investment, what they get from this. But ultimately, in your resume, you need to show uh, what all things you fixed for production environment. Okay, because ultimately chaos engineering, if you see what it improves, is your production incidents. Okay, or the outages or incidents. So that you need to clearly call out, like how you helped your team to reduce those incidents, those outages, and made your system more resilient or reliable. Okay, so yeah,
Okay,
even
got it.
configurations, okay, like tweaking the configurations and all. Okay,
Okay,
yeah, so let's stop here for today and let's continue tomorrow. Have a good day and good night, everyone. Let's meet tomorrow. Thank you.
thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Isha.
Thank you.